you go over to Wargame Vault, you can see D Day Paratroopers Behind the Atlantic Wall. Currently it's $5, but and this is exclusive in the month of June, because it's the sort of anniversary of D-Day. It's pay what you want, so you might as well get in and get it, pay what you want. You could even get it for free, and if you liked it, you could always come back and re-download it and give me a couple of dollars. If you get in now, you'll be able to get the first edition for free when it comes out. So, D Day Paratroopers Behind the Atlantic Wall is a solo skirmish campaign game set between the hours of 0000 and 600 hours on June 6, 1944. You control a single US Airborne Paratrooper Sergeant landing on D-Day. You play a string of games that represent 30 minutes of time on D-Day itself. You'll link up with other US paratroopers, both from the 82nd and 101st Airborne, so scattered all across Normandy, as well as British Airborne, French Resistance and OSS or SOE operatives. It's played like, well, it's kind of played like a campaign, so we have a battle and a post-battle phase. I'll leave it on this page. In the pre-battle phase, you can cricket US paratroopers or otherwise meet friendlies. You're all on a cricket table and also can meet enemies. Later in the day, the more likely you are to encounter enemies whilst rolling on the cricket table. If you cricket enemies, then you deploy some Germans really close in the battle phase. You also determine the enemy forces and what kind of mission you'll be playing too. Enemy forces have a kind of AI depending on their experience: green, regular and veteran. The game D Day Paratroopers is, if you played Bolt Action, you should be familiar with how it works. There aren't any points. You can easily find your forces are outnumbered. Individual models are activated by dice pools rather than squads. Models can perform 2 actions. Actions are what you would expect to kind of find in a tabletop role-playing game: move, shoot, aim, hold action, interact with object, perform overwatch, etc. For the first few turns, fighting takes place at night until about 05:30 hours, I think, was. So there's a good number of turns fighting in the dark. So you'll need to be aware of stepping into illuminated areas, or even firing your weapons, as muzzle flash can tell the enemy where you are, and vice versa. The key is to use darkness and confusion to your advantage as much as you can, for it all inevitably goes to shit and the lead starts flying. There are detection ranges, and when a paratrooper moves into an enemy's detection range, you'll make a stealth check against the enemy's perception. Utilising cover helps you stay hidden. Unaware enemies have a harder time spotting you than the ones that are alerted. There are 36 events that you can add for greater variety between playthroughs, such as a German staff car passing across the battle map in a car, paratroopers caught in trees needing to be freed, crashing C-47s, hidden enemy snipers, and even exploding C-47s mid-air, causing burning aviation fuel and shrapnel to rain down onto the tabletop. Sounds pretty exciting. In the post-battle phase, you'll determine any injuries. There's no experience points. Everything happened in about half an hour, so there's no levelling up. You'll also determine battlefield finds, and most importantly, intel. You can pick up weapons, you can pick up sort of a lot of things. You can even commandeer enemy vehicles, enemy trucks and cars if you find any. You'll need to find intel, that's the most important thing. You need to find enough information to triangulate your position. You don't know where you were dropped. The landing zones weren't hit on D-Day. Everyone was scattered, so you need to sort of find your place, and then you'll be able to find from where you are how far it is to your primary objective. the guns overlooking Utah and Omaha beaches. The idea of the game is that you need enough intel to triangulate your location and travel across Normandy to reach your primary objective, the guns. In the meantime, you will link up with any friendly forces you can and fight a series of skirmishes where you can complete secondary objectives, killing officers, destroying materiel, capturing intelligence, and wreaking the havoc that was all across Normandy that night. Your location relative to your primary objective is abstracted to a number of campaign turns. You will travel between sort of campaign turns on foot, but if you can steal vehicles, you can travel further. You'll roll on a table to determine how many campaign turns you are from your primary objective. So that's how it's abstracted. You can land near or you can land far from the primary objective, the guns overlooking the beaches. You've got to complete your primary objective, destroying those guns overlooking the beaches before the landings start. Paratroopers were sent because a paratrooper attack on guns would be more likely to succeed than a naval bombardment because those guns are in bunkers. If you don't complete your primary objective, you don't get there in time, or maybe you don't succeed the actual mission at the end of the game. Victory points are included in the game as a means of assessing your otherwise effectiveness. Victory points allow you to compare your score with others and any subsequent playthroughs. So you could complete your primary objective and a bunch of secondaries. Secondary objectives are, killing officers, blowing up fuel dumps, that sort of thing. There's more to come. Currently, the game is sort of getting live updates as I have time to go through. We're on version 0.3, so there's already been some updates. There'll be more, and we'll start getting. I'd like to have a bit of cool formatting and at least a front cover piece of artwork. I'd also like to have playtesters. I'm doing this on my own, and if you got this, pay what you want, you could have a play of it and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, that'd be fantastic. If you let me know, I can give you special thanks. You get your name here. You can get your name here as well. And you'll be able to download the first edition when it comes online. Yeah, so thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Thanks for taking a look at D Day Paratroopers. I hope you download it in June, 1st of June to the end of the month. It'll be pay what you want, get it for free, have a play of it. If you want to download it again, pay a couple of dollars. If you think $5 is too much, you give me a couple, give me 2 or 3, that's fine. Just have a play of it, see what you think. Let me know, send me some feedback. Just have fun. Cheers.